Good morning. Today is the 26th day of September. Time is 9 o'clock. The board is in session to conduct its weekly open business meeting. All three commissioners are present. We also have with us
Tim Klein, Treasurer's Office.
Tim Sturgis, Clerk's Office.
Good morning, Herb Cantu, rental.
Alyssa Ellington, procurement.
Robin Sweeney, procurement.
Bob Perkins, independent procurement.
Jessica Donald, HR.
Brad Smith, Assessor's Office.
Josh Brown, Operations.
Robert Berry, Prosecutor's Office.
real IT guy.
Katie Reed, Clerk's Office. Beth Mile, Treasurer.
Well, good morning. We're ready to go, Madam Clerk. Are there any changes to our agenda?
No, they're not.
Okay, no change to the agenda. First item up we have is reappointment of Stephen O'Meara as the chairperson of the Emergency Communications Planning Committee. Term to expire 9/30. Any questions or issues about appointing Mr. O'Meara?
Well, he's not here, he must not want it, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to force him to do it, so. I'll make a motion to reappoint Steve O'Meara as the chairperson of the Emergency Communications Planning Committee.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll notify him. Okay, now we have the reappointment of three members of the Board of Community Guardians. All terms expire 9/30/28. Robin Bocchini, Jody Hughes, Stacy Schoonover. Anyone here to talk about them or any of the issues? If not, I'll accept a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to reappoint the Board of Community Garden, all Inc. to expire 2028. Robin, I think the Italian is Bocchini.
Bocchini.
I don't know if she pronounces it that way.
No, we don't know.
Judy Hughes and Stacy Schoonover.
Okay, is there a second to the motion?
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, we have the reappointment of Hillary Engel to the Parks, Open Space, and Trails Advisory Board. Term to expire 9/30/27. Any questions or issues on this one? I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to reappoint Hillary Engel to the Parks, Open Space, and Trails Advisory Board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye? Okay, now we have up the reappointment of Cornell Larson to the Building Board of Appeals. Term to expire 11/1/28.
Mr. Chairman, I move to reappoint Cornell Larson to the Building Board of Appeals, term to expire 11/1/28.
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next up, we have the reappointment of Chanel T-Wall to the Expo Idaho Advisory Board. Term to expire 9/30/27. Any questions or issues on Chanel? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I'll move to reappoint Chanel T-Walt to the Expo Idaho Advisory Board.
I second the motion.
You've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All these appointees will be advised by a letter of their reappointment and or appointment. All right, now we have a public hearing. I'll open the public hearing on ordinance number 982, an ordinance amending Idaho Code to allow for the dumping of waste generated outside of Ada County upon the approval of the Board of Commissioners. That's us. Okay, any questions or issues on this ordinance? You want to tell us a little bit about it, Herb?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners.
Here.
Ordinance number 982 amends our existing county code 5-2-5-1. Previously, the commissioners would have to adopt a resolution to accept waste from out of county. This new amendment allows for the commissioners to adopt that request via a simple request or memo, I should say. So streamlines the process, essentially making it a little bit more easier to facilitate that process. Moving forward, though, this does not change the adoption of fees. That will still have to be approved via resolution.
Okay. Is Elmore County still bringing waste up? Or
That is correct, yeah.
quite a bit, or are they still using their own?
It's being split at the moment, so we're still seeing some flow from Elmore County though.
Okay. All right. Well,
Mr. Chairman,
yeah.
question?
go ahead.
So that, just to make sure everybody understands,
Yes.
this doesn't remove the board from making that decision, it just streamlines the decision
Commissioner,
process.
that is correct. The commissioners still are responsible for authorizing out-of-county waste inquiries for disposal at the Ada County landfill.
Mr. Chair?
Thank you.
Go ahead.
So obviously, one of the things we have to consider is the lifespan of our landfill, because it's very expensive to build a new cell, but we also want to be good neighbors to our other counties. So how do you sort of look at balancing being a good neighbor versus how much out-of-county waste we should be taking?
Commissioner Davison, I would recommend, as we entertain future inquiries, we definitely look at the waste flow or the amount of waste that is being considered for disposal at the landfill, and we can have that dialogue as to what that impact would be to the landfill life cycle, or overall life, and make that determination. But that's a great question. That's something we should consider in our analysis as we move forward.
And right now, would you say our goal is just sort of, we're taking other counties' landfill on a temporary basis because we hope that they find alternate solutions for their waste?
I would recommend that as an appropriate measure at this moment, yes. I mean, some sites are struggling to find solutions, so we're just trying to be a good neighbor until they are able to rectify their own internal processes or long-term planning needs for disposal.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, we're taking steps to extend the life of our landfill as it is.
That is correct, yep. We are working on changing our designs to increase capacity along with our changing our compaction processes to extend the life. We're also looking at alternative technologies as they evolve, as they move forward. We may consider those in the future as well. There is some progress being made on waste conversion technologies in other states that I've been watching. So as those come to fruition, we may look at something in the future as well.
I think one of your advanced processes that I just observed out there was your pancakes.
Yeah.
Making pancakes is gonna extend their life a little bit, is it not?
Yeah.
Pancake,
Yes, pancake
Flat.
compaction. Yes, flat
Yeah.
compaction.
yeah.
It's gonna make a significant change to the process and really help us extend that life of the site, at least 10 to 15 years.
Well, it helps on wear and tear of equipment too, doesn't
Exactly,
it?
exactly.
We're,
Yeah.
we're doing it flat instead of on the edge.
Right.
Yeah, good. All right, well, thank you. I'll close the public hearing on ordinance number 982. Any questions from the board? None, I'll accept the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve ordinance number 982 as listed on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you, commissioners.
Okay, now we're getting into procurement. We got bonfire kicked off, ready to go.
Yes, good morning, Mr.
Good
Chairman.
morning.
Yeah. So under our new business this morning for procurement, we have the opening of bid 24072, the Ada County Landfill Education and Outreach Center. And Robin is bringing up our bonfire e-procurement system. And if you're ready, we'll open them up.
All right, go ahead.
All right. We did receive 10 responses for this project, so that's pretty amazing. So we have 10.
I've heard there's a lot of contractors looking for work in Ada County.
Yeah, and this is evident of it. So yeah, 10 contractors. So really good response. This project is to contract with a contractor to provide all materials and labor for the remodel of the original Ada County Landfill Administration Building to create an Ada County Landfill Education and Outreach Center. This center will include an exhibit hall, classroom, shop, and reconfigured parking. So today, Mr. Chairman, we're looking for the total bid amount and the name of the bidder. And that total bid amount is going to include 3 ad alternates and an owner's contingency to it. And we'll only be entertaining the owner's, the ad alt if we have the budget to cover those ad alts.
Okay.
Do you know, what are those adults?
Mr. Chairman, Commissioner Davidson, the first adult is use of recycled concrete as it's described in the project manual. The second adult is a construction of a retaining wall, also as it's described in the manual. And then third and finally, the adult is if the county does not have enough recycled material, recycled concrete in stock for ad alt number 1. Then the ad alt bid number 3 is for all necessary and labor materials for the application of a seal coat for that wall. All right, so
All right,
we
we got
have
it up and running?
yeah, we have
Oh, boy.
the bids up there on the screen. And so the first bidder is Anderson Construction. They have a total bid amount of $1,198,820. Bidder number 2 is Barrier Building, and they have a total bid amount of $1,047,000 and $47,478. Excuse me. And bidder number 3 is Faber Construction, and they have a total bid amount of $1,240,500. Bidder number 4 is Kreisenbeck Constructors, and they have a total bid amount of $1,173,289. Bidder number 5 is Peregrine Group LLC with a total bid amount of $1,177,299. Bidder number 6, Prusick Construction LLC with a total bid amount of $1,066,025. Bidder number 7, Radix Construction with a total bid amount of $1,073,653. Bidder number 8 is Stroth General, and they have a total bid amount of $949,582. Bidder number 9, Wright Brothers Nation, with a total bid amount of $1,094,201. And then that's it. Did I miss? Did I not?
Were you on 9?
I thought I was.
Right, brothers?
Did I already get all 10 of
Yeah, you
them?
got
Good.
five brothers, yeah.
Okay. Well, I got them all. I miscounted then.
Yep.
All right, so those are our bidders, and the evaluation team will need some time to take a look at these bids. And we would like to request that this be tabled for award to the October 1st, 2024 open business meeting.
Okay,
There's some close bidding there.
There's very close, that's a good sign, that we have all those bidders close like that, means they understood the project very well.
there's some pretty big contractors there too.
Yep.
All right, I'll accept a motion.
Mr. Chair, I will move to table the award of bid number 24072, Ada County Landfill Education and Outreach Center, to October 1st, 2024.
I second the motion.
All right, any questions or discussion? Hearing none. You've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Commissioners.
Thank you. Now we're gonna do some alcohol. All right, we have some catering permits, new license and license transfers. Any questions or discussion on any of the issues? Boy, old State Street Saloon's got a lot of them going on.
Right.
Any
Katie, do
questions?
you know how they're doing with all the permits? And they had some issues previously with their event venue that go through development services with, I think. But are they got all their stuff resolved? Do you know?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, Commissioner Davidson, I think that they are on track. There's not any outstanding issues that I'm aware of at the moment. So I think everything is generally running pretty smoothly for them.
Great.
Looks like they have a list, so they must have resolved it.
We'll get some weddings, some interim events. Okay. Well, I'd accept the motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the 15 catering permits, the 1 new license, and the 2 license transfers as listed on the agenda, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I'll second that.
Okay. Any further questions or discussions? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. Okay, next up, we have the clerk's office here with us to give us a good update on lots of good stuff.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Before I talk about polling places, there were some reappointments to the Board of Community Guardians. And so I wanted to let the board know that they had their annual open house yesterday, so a lot of the clients were able to come and have lunch at the park, and some providers and community partners that they work with often. So kudos to Marika and her team for that. It's really nice to get together with them and meet those folks and all the great work that they do. In regards to polling places, we
Chairman?
appreciate,
Yes.
oh, sorry,
Just,
go ahead.
we missed that because we were in another meeting.
The
but,
conference.
we would've-
Mhm.
You might
We-
ask
we-
them
we
to
would've loved to come.
coordinate that conference, because we've attended that before.
Yes, the board was there, I think it was last year.
Yeah, we were there last
Yeah, it's a
year,
really nice event,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
timing just didn't work out this year, but yeah, something to keep in mind for future years, for sure.
All right, thank you.
In regards to polling places, we appreciate the board's support in designating those today. We have, as you know, 197 precincts. We have 160 polling place locations this year, so
We got
Ramping
we got a lot of schools this year.
We
More
do.
schools because the schools are closing down for the day.
yes, that was very
So
helpful to
that makes
us.
it easier to use the schools and it's easier to park and so forth.
Yep, sometimes we've been stuck in kind of the lobby area, so not having school will allow us to use the gyms and just a lot more space, so we really appreciate that.
Well, it should be noted, we have 197 precincts in Ada County. How many precincts does Ada County have?
I do not know
About
that off the
40.
top of my head.
Yeah.
So they're a lot more compressed in their
Crowded.
polling places. They have a lot more people going to each poll. But we like to spread it out so that
Yeah.
they're not crowded.
That's
I
right.
think people appreciate that.
Mr. Chairman?
Yeah.
Just as a, having been involved in drawing district boundaries, having good polling places and precincts is a gigantic plus to be able to do that effectively, because can't split precincts, and so it's really useful what you guys do
Yes,
in
the
Ada County.
elections team works really hard to make sure that we have good locations like that, and we really appreciate the support of the schools and our community partners for helping us out with that.
Not only the public being able to have a convenient place to vote as well.
Do you know how many absentee ballots you've sent out so far?
There's about 40,000 out in the world right now.
Sent 40,000 sent out?
Yep,
Wow.
That's more than most cities in Idaho.
right? We won't be surprised if we get around 60 to 70 absentees this election.
Oh, boy.
When's the deadline for filing, or asking for an absentee ballot?
The request deadline, I believe, is the 25th.
Of October.
That's correct, yes, I should clarify.
All right.
Just for the public, if they're listening.
Yeah.
Couple of other dates to note, the pre-registration deadline is the 11th of October, and then early voting begins on the 15th.
Did you bring the list of polling places?
I have them, yes, I believe the board has them as well, they were sent up, but we do have them.
And they're on our agenda later. All right. All right, any other questions of our distinguished clerk? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have Claims Journal up. I'll accept a motion on the Claims Journal.
Oh, Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I believe that you do need to make that motion on the designation of the polling
Oh, you
places.
don't, that's not separately on the agenda, all right. All right, well, let's make the motion while the clerk's here and attend it.
That's just listing them as listed.
That's
on the-
listing them.
As listed on the agenda. Correct.
Is that
I'm
right?
sorry, Commissioner, it's on there, on the bottom of your.
Well, it's not listed.
Oh, I see.
Put it on
That's
there,
the one.
yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Chair, pursuant to Idaho Code, section 34-302, I move to designate the polling places for the November 5th, 2024 general election as presented by the clerk.
I second the motion.
Okay, any other questions? How many changes are being made?
There's only 4 changes this time.
4 changes?
We try to minimize that as much as possible.
Right, and most of them are ADA compliant. They
That's
can-
right.
Yeah, because that was one of the problems, I know has been in the past. People want to be able to take their wheelchairs up and have wide enough doors to get in.
Yeah, and there were some that we were just
Some
kind of
that
stuck
did.
in the foyer and just
Yeah.
weren't very good locations, so they fixed those.
So we don't have to fix 4, that's great.
Yeah.
All right. See, now you made there's a motion been made and seconded. Any further discussions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries. Polling place is designated.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have Claims Journal.
I move to ratify the claims as listed for September 20th, 2024. And authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Just as an aside, that those, because we are meeting on Thursday, those were
We've already paid those bills in our,
On
this is
the,
just,
on the 24th of.
yeah, this is to, ratify what we've already done, basically. Did we vote on that?
That's
No.
what, that's the motion, I misstated the motion, that's why I was clarifying.
All right, did we vote on that? I forget. Yeah, yeah, we did. Now we have personnel actions. This is a biggie. 4 internal recruitments, 1 job classification, 1,871 mass adjustments, and 7 promotions. All right, any questions on personnel actions? Hearing none, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay. You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Oh, we have Brad here.
Morning.
Assessor's office. Okay.
Yeah, good morning, commissioners. We do have litigation fees on there, and this is a unexpected legal fee that we've had come up, and we're looking to move forward with contingency fees, and we can't really move forward without it, and this is a good example of where we don't use this expense very often, so it's a good opportunity for us to use contingency fees where we don't budget that much every year. So like to move forward on that, and there might be something else.
Just to clarify, it's for active litigation in district court.
Are you suing us?
No.
So we don't need a motion, this is just so we acknowledge.
Yeah, they need a motion
That we've
to,
approved it, do we need a motion?
I think so.
yeah, we need a motion to approve litigation fees for the use as contemplated. And it's an expert witness, as I understand it.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
No. So I move that we approve the litigation fees, using contingency funds for litigation fees as listed on the agenda.
Okay. Do we have a second to the motion?
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries, thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, you doing everything else for us?
No tax cancellations, but we are
No tax cancellations
we
today?
are gonna try to stay on top of them, because I know the tax bills are coming up here shortly, and I'm sure our treasurer would like to run those with as many tax cancellations on there as possible, so it's reflected on their tax bill. So we are gonna be making sure we're on top of that and getting those in a timely fashion.
You don't have any other fun stuff for us?
I just rolled in from the coast last night, so I'm a little foggy this morning.
From the coast.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, good, beautiful
Yeah.
country over there.
oh, it is a great country, so loved it.
All
So,
right.
nothing else to report.
Well, thank you, Brad.
All right, thank you.
Hey, now we have with us our distinguished treasurer, Bev Mon.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman,
Good to see
Commissioners. Good to see you. Just wanted to give you an update on tax deed. Presently, there is an online auction for properties acquired by tax deed. Just a reminder of this process, when we started it, there were hundreds of parcels that were eligible for tax deed. And we whittled it down to just around a dozen that were taken by tax deed at the hearing before you. Wanted to let you know that after that tax deed hearing, we did reach out to parties and interests and owner of their right to redeem. And several of those parties did redeem the property, so they went back to the redemptioner. So happy to let you know that there's just 6 that are being auctioned right now. So that auction will close this afternoon, I think around 4. Also wanted to remind you that this auction, which is required by law, is a process to recover delinquent taxes on behalf of the districts and for the county to recover our collection costs. If there are any excess amounts over that, the county does not retain it. So the county is not retaining any equity or excess proceeds throughout this process. If there are proceeds, then we notify parties and interests and owners of their rights to claim those funds. So just wanted to remind everyone, it's not a revenue generator in any way.
Did you send a letter to the legislature? Because they had a bill last year that made it look like counties were gobbling up the difference.
Yeah, Ada County is not.
No county is, because it's a violation of Idaho law. But they still have that bill. I don't know, did the bill pass or? It did, but it was just a superfluous piece of legislation. Yeah, so anyway, how about that hotel? Is that gonna be in the auction?
It's not presently at auction, but it could be considered within 14 months from the tax deed.
Ah,
Trying to,
so we're still negotiating that with
that's my
certain parties.
understanding. Right.
Okay,
Which website is the auction being held
it's
on?
on our website.
Yeah, good question. So it's a public surplus, which can be accessed through the treasurer's website, perhaps on the commissioners, I'm not sure.
And there's 6 and it closes this afternoon.
Correct.
All right, well, good. Well, good luck. Hopefully get them all sold. And most of them are just little parcels, right?
Correct.
Little sections here and there. Yeah.
Right.
All right, anything else for us?
That's it.
All right, well, good.
Thank you.
Good, thank you. All right, next up, we have approval of the minutes. Are there any questions or issues on the minutes? We set the levies on 9/16 and the open business meeting on 9/17. I'll accept the motion.
I'll move to approve the minutes as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion, and just as a reiterate what the chairman just said, if they want to look at the record, we set the levies in our open business meeting, so if somebody wants to look at that, they're there. Yeah.
Okay. You've heard the motion. On the minutes, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries, thank you. All right, we have one event at Barber Park Education and Event Center. I'll accept the motion.
I move to approve the events as listed on the agenda for Barber Park Recreation and Event Center as listed on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay, you've heard the motion, all in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, now we have agreements. What happened? We had 99, now we only had 95. These are mostly renewals, copy machines and whatnot. A lot of renewals there. Any questions or issues with any of these 95 agreements? Hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the agreements as identified on the agenda and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
Second.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We'll get them to you as fast as we can.
Great.
Okay, we have weekly indigent items. Any questions or issues on the weekly indigent items?
Mr. Chair, I'll move to accept the recommendations of the indigent services staff listed on the summary of cases dated September 26, 2024, and authorize the chair to sign the documents on behalf of the board.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Now we have miscellaneous. It's a waiver of a noise ordinance for a wedding on the 5th of October, 5:30 p.m. to midnight. Any question or issues or discussion on this event?
Mr. Chairman?
Yep.
Just as a note, this is a very specific event.
Yeah.
That this noise ordinance is being approved, and it was in consultation with the neighbors.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's part of the requirements. You have to notify all the neighbors before we even take it.
Right. I just want to make that note for anybody listening.
Right.
That we're doing it very specifically and in consultation.
And it is for a joyous occasion. Correct. A wedding. Okay, I'll accept a motion.
I move to approve the temporary waiver from the noise ordinances limits for the wedding on 10/5/2024 at 5:30 p.m. to midnight, to be held from that time, and approve it as listed on the agenda.
Okay. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
Okay. You've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there any other business we need to be brought before the board? Hearing none, we're adjourned. Well, good morning. Today is the 26th day of September. The Board of Commissioners meeting as the Board of County Emergency Medical Services District is in session to conduct its weekly open business meeting. All three commissioners are present. We also have with us our real IT guy. Is there any changes to the agenda, Madam Clerk?
No, they're not.
All right, first item on the agenda is the claims journal. I'll accept the motion on the claims journal.
I move to ratify and authorize, I move to authorize the payment of claims as listed on the Claims Journal for EMS for September 20th, 2024.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Daly, we do need to say ratify also.
Oh, those ratify,
Yeah,
okay.
just because it was the same.
Ratify and authorize those, September 24th is when we did it? For September 24th to pay the claims as listed on the Claims Journal dated September 20th, 2024.
All right.
Second.
Okay, you heard the motion? Is it clear? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, we have personnel items. We have 9 step increases, 147 mass adjustments.
I'll move to approve the personnel actions as listed on the agenda.
I second the motion.
Okay, you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Now we have approval of minutes.
I move to approve the minutes for EMS district dated 9/17/2024.
Okay,
I'll second that.
you've heard the motion. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Now we have the EMS update. Commissioner Davidson, could you give us an update on EMS? Looks good.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I did get an email from Sean. He's tied up in something else and he couldn't make it today. So EMS must be doing pretty good. I noticed the ambulances coming by every once in a while. We even had one over at the convention the other day.
Right.
Did you see that?
No. One
Oh,
of
yeah.
ours?
Yeah, it was one of our ambulances.
No, one of our
No.
commissioners?
No, it was some lady had a convulsion.
Oh, I saw her. I think it was a staff member.
I think it was. I'm not sure it was, but they all circled around and they put little
Dividers around her.
dividers around for privacy and.
That might be a known thing where they work with somebody and like, okay, we got a process.
Yeah, they had a process. People were working with her, and then our EMS showed up, and I was surprised. I didn't see a fire truck.
That's true. That is also true.
I'm surprised. But our EMS did come. However, there wasn't a fire truck, but there were some fire people. They were the first ones there on the scene. They were the very first ones came in with. Maybe they had a fire truck outside. I just didn't see it. All right. Anything else Winnie brought up before the this group? If not, can we be adjourned, Mr. IT guy?
Absolutely.
We're adjourned.